RSF1's F3 division, the last race of the week for the races around America. My name is RSF1 Bundle, stepping in for Junior tonight. He's having a few internet problems, but he'll be back next week, all sorted. But I am joined by the newest member into the comms team, and that is Gruntastrophe. So you had your debut last week in Mexico, and you did very well, if you don't mind me saying. But
very much.
Now you in it. Now you in it next time. And what a division to have. F3, a 6-way championship fight going into this week.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Every week I look forward to these races, as do most. And once again, I hope they're not going to let us down. So I'm really looking forward to watching it and a good battle.
They better not let us down. They better not let us down if they're watching. If they're watching, no pressure. We're just waiting for a few drivers to come on in before we get going. Obviously, there's a few members, but as always, we always start dead on 8 o'clock normally. So, but yeah, we've had some very interesting races so far on Contrastrophe. F4 was fun with a full wet Q3, which you were a part of. Potential for another. We haven't had a wet race yet. Can F3 provide that? Is the question.
Oh well, it would be interesting to have a wet race in this, because no matter how skilled you are, the wet kind of throws it out the window, and it's all down to your setup's gone. It's all down to player skill and how good you are in the wet and how you feel. And I feel like quite a few drivers in this division is very good in the wet, so I'm looking forward to see what's coming.
Yes, and again, I'm normally organised with this. I normally would have the last week's race results. Do you happen to have last week's race results on you, or sorry to put you on the spot if you don't?
I do. So last
week, you do.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm with it. So last week, the winner was Thomas P3. However, he's been moved up to F2. He's now in the Ferrari for F2.
Yeah, I remember that.
So first place kind of opens up now in this. And then you had second place, which was Dangerous Dan. Then third place was Muddy Biscuit. So this is all after penalties.
Oh, okay.
Then had in fourth you had VRC Dan. In fifth you had Street Racing. In sixth you had Doric. In seventh you had Camo. He dropped down a couple of positions after penalties there, unfortunately for him. And then we had Stygian following him in seventh. And then we had... I've got a pretty weird one here, pretty dodgy one. So if you just give me 1 second. And below him you had Falcon, RSF1 Falcon. And then coming along with the last point was Old Manti in the other racing point.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Thomas is now in F2. And he wasn't in the race this week. Should be in F2 this Sunday in Brazil. So obviously, all the best to him. Wish him best of luck in a very competitive tier. This is a competitive tier as well, but obviously the higher ups, the ones higher up than me, had decided that Thomas was too quick for F3 and he's in F2. Definitely a good challenge for him, but yeah, definitely mixed up result. I now remember that race because wasn't it VRC Dan? He had a little bit of an incident in the first few laps and had to recover from that.
Yeah, there's a few incidents in the first couple of laps, but most drivers did really well to recover and back up into the points. We had a couple of unfortunate incidents last week. We had Stygian who got a puncture, and the last lap of the race, last half a lap, he got a puncture, dropped down a couple of positions, and a couple of spins, and it was a tough race for all, but it was very interesting at the same time.
Yes, and obviously we'll go over the championship lead or championship situation going into this. But as I said, 6 people mathematically can still win the championship in Division 3. They don't have any reruns left, so it's this race, Brazil and Abu Dhabi left to go. Obviously, Tier 2 have Austria, and then Tier 4 have Singapore left to rerun. So 75 points still available. 6 people still could win. But obviously there's quite a few in this week on Justity that would want to put last week behind them, because there was a few that had a disappointing race. They would want to bounce back from that.
Yeah, there's a couple of people who are definitely looking to make up some good points. Because it's quite tight in the mid pack as well as the top 6. Not much separating them. Obviously for the constructors as well, that's still open. I believe the top 3.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Which is, I mentioned it yesterday in F5. It's a very, very good thing to see that, because last season we had 2 or 3 championships decided in Mexico, and as of this point, and even with tonight, constructors and drivers cannot be wrapped up tonight. So, by Brazil, we still haven't decided any. There's a few that could be decided in Brazil, but the fact that we're still going strong and still having good grids at this point is a positive for the league. But there we go.
Yeah, it just shows that most of the divisions are nice and equal, which is obviously what they should be.
You're echoing, slightly still. Yeah, I think you've got some, like a game sound too loud, or your TV too loud or something.
Let me try and sort this out.
Yeah, I'll see Dan first out.
I think it's all sorted now.
Alright, thank you. Right, 18 here tonight, which is another good number. Obviously we're looking at still the top 15 to push through, and this feeling as well, Q1, you do not want to be those eliminated, because it's a very long time to the race.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. You want to be getting through here, because otherwise you're sat dormant for the next 20 minutes, half an hour after that. So you want to be the best you can.
Visual and audio check in the chat. Is everything perfectly fine as we go into this session? Thank you very much. Street racing. Now, I was going to mention this, street racing. He does have a qualifying ban coming into this race, and I think he accidentally left the session rather than retiring.
Back, so it's all good.
Yeah, thank you.
Do actually have a new driver, which is Dan23X in the Red Bull. He's
not related to Dangerous Dan or VRC Dan.
I don't know, but now we have 3 Dans, so I hope they're not all battling at once, because that's going to be interesting comms.
If they're top 3 on the grid, that's going to be interesting. Very interesting. Good evening to. I now know who that is in the chat. Gag. Again, I'm not going to say that name anymore. It's Thomas, because I know it's Thomas now. So thank you for correcting me. Good evening to Rose, No Shoals, K-Mag, Elham44. Good evening, and yeah, hopefully should be a good race. As Dan has already invalidated in that first sector, that deadly first sector. Contrastively, has been catching a few drivers out this week, hasn't it?
Oh yes, it's definitely a very tricky part of the track to master, with it being right at the start of the lap. It's then a long road, then start your lap again. It's it's unfortunate, because sometimes it can be really tight, or you could be half tyre off and it invalidates you. So I mean, just got to try and keep it as clean as you can.
Is it just me, or is there not many drivers come out? We've got a McLaren, a Renault, a Mercedes, and a Ferrari, and I see a Toro Rosso coming out, but 5 minutes gone, or just under 5 minutes gone, and it's very quiet. I never known
they know
F3
that
drivers to be
we don't,
shy.
maybe?
Never known them to be shy.
Huh. I mean, the sun's not shining down, is it? So,
No.
no, maybe the sun comes out later on, the track gets quicker.
Anyway, 32.9 from Jorik is the first time on the board. Obviously, got to give comparison to F2 being the higher tier in the guys in F3. And remember, F2 was in the 31s, I think, in Q3, if I remember rightly. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing probably anything into the mid 31s for F3 probably be on the high end. Although you never know, there are still drivers here that are pushing themselves on. There's a championship to be won, so could see a 30. Although I'd be very surprised if there is.
Yeah, I reckon we'll get a mid 31 for pole. Maybe even low mid. A couple of drivers, you never know. Just get a perfect lapping.
Lovely helmet design there from Falcon in the Mercedes. A little turquoise matching the Mercedes he's driving. So good colour coordination that he has as he's coming onto the penultimate corner. And track limits, as I mentioned earlier, the first sector, it's across the whole track. Grant, there's a 32.4 from Falcon. That's a very decent lap to begin. Track limits around all the track is difficult to keep hold together, isn't it?
Definitely one tricky track to get perfect. But if you can do it, it shows in your lap time. That's a bonus. You either go all in or and hold back a little bit.
Let's ride on board with the new guy, Dan 23. We're going to have a little bit of a nickname for all these Dans, otherwise it's going to get very confusing very quickly. But in the Red Bull, and he's about to begin his lap. Do you want to take us through it?
Yeah, can do. So going down the start finish straight, in a overtake, max fuel, DRS open, coming to the first corner, catch the apex nice and late, get wide on the exit, very nice there from Dan. Coming to the sector 1 can be very tricky. Coming around the first part, quite nicely ride the curbs, off a little bit, come around the next part, does quite well. Nearly invalidates.
Very close to that curb there.
He's got it, yeah, he's still going. So, purple sector 1, so he's doing quite well. Catching that exit curve really nicely there, coming down to the long backhander. Catch that curve nicely so you can get the good run down here in the hot lap mode. DRS open, down to overtake. Nice. DRS control there. Coming down this very, very bright back straight. Sun's come out now. At the 50-meter board, turning nicely, catch the curb, don't lose the car on the way out. Very good there. Going through sector 2 now. Sector 3, sorry. The corner can catch a lot of people out if you don't get the braking zone right, but he catches that really nicely. Outs the curve on the outside. Around this fast right-hander now. Nice and long. Power down. Coming down to second to last corner. Catching that curve nicely on the inside. To the final corner. Super bright. But he spots the braking zone nicely. Coming down to the finish. 827. Good lap from him there.
Yeah, a decent, comfortable lap there from Dan 23. New driver slots into 4th behind 3 people in a 32.4 already. Eyes, Dangerous Dan and Falcon all in a 32.4 already, so good stuff.
Camo.
But Camo, first guy in the 31s.
I think he'll be very happy with that.
That's a statement lap, if anything. But here comes VRC Dan. Again, this is going to get very confusing, but he's in the 32s as well. 32.7, just ahead of his teammate Rakyak.
Yep, I think Camo will be... I think he's just putting that lap just to say, yo, I'm here. My lap times. I think, oh, I just realised as well, Stygian.
Yes. notable absentee. His highlights on his YouTube channel won't be featured in America this week, which is a shame to see.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like that series that he's doing at the moment, but I'm sure he's okay. Just missing tonight.
Yeah.
Here comes Top Notch. Coming up to that last corner. That sunlight is ridiculous.
Horrible, isn't it?
32s. Ooh, 32
Oh, nice. Good lap from him. Yeah, I've seen
Yes,
him in
top
time
notch.
trial, and he's doing some good laps on there in practice as well. The Torosas might be one to look out for today.
Of course, maybe. Of course, as I always say, when I'm in the comms box, I am neutral with every driver. I support every driver, but he is my co-com in F4 on Monday, so it's always good to see him do well. 32.9
Yeah, I'm
from
not
Duffer.
biased. Not biased at all. Hashtag Banana Squad. Sorry.
Yes, the red eyes, of course. Apparently Thomas knows some information about why Stygian isn't here, but I don't know whether that is true or not.
Stygian is currently occupied by his girlfriend. Okay.
I don't know whether that's true or not. And if it, well...
You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
it's alright. As long as he's physically okay and everything. That's all that matters. Oh, Hunt! Hunt in the Mercedes, invalidated on the penultimate corner, looked a solid lap. It was a 33.8, but yeah, it went too wide on that corner.
Unlucky for Hunt's there, but it looks like he's going again straight away.
Do you want to quickly go through championship standing as we've got 7 minutes left already? That's flown by.
Oh yeah. So I'll start at the bottom. So we'll go through the drivers first. So we've got Rakiak, Optical G, and 23, the new drivers, not yet to score points. And then we've got RSF1 Duffer on 2 points in the Ferrari. We've got Hunt, RSF1 Hunt on 2 points as well. RSF1 Raikkonen in the Ferrari on 5 points. Rick 007 on 11 points. RSF1 Falcon on 22 points. RSF1 Stretch on 27 points. Notch in the Toro Rosso with 46 points. Manzi with 62 points in the Racing Point. Is the best on 77 points in the other Toro Rosso. You got K-Mag in the Williams on 79 points. Street Racing in the other Racing Point with 90 points. Pigeon in the Williams with 156 points. This is where it gets close. You got Dangerous Dan, the Alpha, on 157 points. Buddy Biscuit, 4th in the Haas with 166 points. Tronus in the Alpha with 167 points. You got VRC Dan in the Renault with 186 points. And then you got Camo in 1st place. Haas with 196 points.
So 10-point gap that Camo has over VRC Dan going into this.
And there's a 40-point gap between 1st and 6th. Ooh, top notch.
Top Notch joins. Top Notch joins Camo in the 31.9 club. He is quick around here. Oof. Okay. Yeah, he's had a very, very tricky stage in his Top Notch, so it'd be good to see him at the front of this field.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much for that.
Problem at all. My pleasure, my pleasure. Camo's retired,
So-
so he's super happy.
Oh, he's safe. Easily safe with that time. By the looks of it. So, even if Camo wins and, say, VRC Dan is out the points and the rest of the rivals behind have low points, he can take a step further, but, it's still anybody's getting out of those top 6. But what I gather is Dangerous Dan and...
Pigeon.
who's the others in front of him?
Oh, so Dangerous Dan, Buddy Biscuit, Patronus.
Yeah, those three. Those three ideally need to win tonight.
Really.
Yeah,
So they don't all work together.
realistically, I think.
Hold him back.
Realistically, I think, because obviously, if any of them can win tonight, say like Patronus wins tonight, regardless whether Camo or VRC Dan is, he can use that momentum as hope and momentum going into Brazil and Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
Because it's all good having the points total, but you need the belief that it is possible.
Yeah, he needs to score some good points today to extend that lead and not be as pressured as he is today. Hopefully Abu Dhabi, he'll have either a nice clear lead or it'll be a couple of points, splitting it. See, but he wants to extend that gap and be a bit better in the next couple of races.
Trust me when I say, especially in online league racing, in any format, even if you have, realistically an uncatchable target, it is never done until everyone's crossed the checker flag. There's so many things like safety cars and disconnects and weird weather can always throw you off. There's a Stretch as unfortunately validated his lap, but I think he's got enough ERS to go again. Got enough time, 3 minutes, but under pressure is Stretch.
I heard interesting facts about Camo recently. His internet provider has decided he'd like to cut out the internet at 10 past 9 or 11 past 9 every night. Last couple of days. Hopefully it won't do that again for him tonight.
Okay, yeah.
If he ends up leaving, then we know why.
I was going to say, yeah, that's not ideal. We definitely will not be finished by that point. So, not ideal. So just over 2 minutes to go. We've got RSF1, Hunt and Stretch yet to set a time. They're obviously in danger. Street Racing obviously is done because he's got a qualifying ban. Also in danger, you've got Old Manzi and Muddy Biscuit down here as well, and Patronus. Not safe. So 2 championship contenders. Essentially, that's the least that they want to be starting this far back. Muddy Biscuit is on a lap and Patronus is on an out lap, so... And
full of other people out as
looks
well. Like Dangerous Dan and Falcon feel like they can improve.
Well, to be fair to them, Dan's only got a 6/10 buffer, so it's quite close. So maybe they're not completely sure. Stretch is going to have one more lap. Hunt's currently on a lap. Where's Manzi? Manzi's done. Manzi's done. He's just let Stretch go through, and he doesn't have enough time to go around. So old Manzi's in big danger now from the 2 behind him. As Muddy Biscuit has put himself safe.
Muddy Biscuit there.
32-4, so all down to Hunt and Stretch, really. Hunt's taking the long right hand as that triple apex corner. Oh, and he's again, he's done that before and he turned in too early. That's him done. So easy to do, especially that corner, because as soon as you turn in, you can't exactly turn out of the corner. You got to commit to the line, and he's done. So it's all up to Stretch.
Going faster.
See if he makes. Oh, again, he was quite close to the curb, but it's all right. And 32-6, yeah, he's safe now. So all good. So I believe that's it.
Gun's on his lap. That's going a bit faster. Racing Point's getting pushed out then. Fortunate.
Thomas, I didn't see whether someone joined the lobby, so if they did, can you tell me who it is? Didn't see anybody join, Grunt?
I didn't see anyone join.
You were tire that popped up. Right, Jonas does go quicker, 32.3, more than comfortable. Racket goes ahead of him, slightly improves for 32.2, but that is the end of Q1. And both racing points, and RSF1 Hunt is the first casualties in qualifying. So interesting so far. This building up nicely, Grunt, because very close between the midfield, as it always is the case at F3. Yeah, top notch and Camo there at the top. In fact, both Toro Rossos, first and third.
Yeah. You got Old Manzi in the Racing Point out, Hunts and Street Racing. Then you got the top three of Top Notch, Camo and I's the best. A couple of shockers in there, a couple of surprises. One of the Racing Point guys up there, obviously Street Racing's got his quali ban, but Old Manzi's normally up there.
Wow, okay. Grunt, have you seen in the chat? K-Mag has put who it is.
Oh yeah.
Right, could you... Yeah, could you message them for me and basically say the situation? Thank you. Oh, he's left anyway.
Oh, ideal.
I have to say though, that's a very silly gamer tag with many different numbers and letters just so it looks like what you're trying to spell.
Imagine going to your friends in school and saying, "Hey, here's my gamer tag. It's got 79245."
Right, so Q2 beginning, Mr. Grunt, and is it just me or the clouds have gathered? Like,
Well, they have.
It's a lot more covered than what it was before, and obviously I know it's silly saying this, but this is what happened last night in F5 as they gathered and then it was very close to rain, so
yeah, I mean,
this is where
some normally comes away a little bit in Q2 and Q3. We'll have to keep an eye out. Have a
this
look,
is where
see
strategy comes in. This is where strategy comes into play, Grunt. And obviously this is where the later the tier you are in the week, the more benefit you'll have on a tyre strategy that works.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Obviously difficult being F2 on the Sunday. They're the first race, and obviously they have some idea, but obviously these guys now know what the optimum strategy is. But I think it's all down to confidence. If you can get through on medium tyres, and are confident you can keep with the lead pack, that will be the ideal strategy. But I think most are going to go softs, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be the same as every other race where people go out for their first lap on the mediums and then get the most of the pack going out on the softs, and for them to get through they have to get a soft line. I reckon it's going to be mostly softs. I think starting between 11th and 15th or 11th and below, we would probably do mediums.
Yeah, normally it's those that have finished like Q1 in the top 5. They've got like a few tenths on everybody else. That's when they think, oh, I might as well try it on the mediums just to see. Because you've got Petronas, Top Notch, and Raikkonen currently on the mediums at the moment.
So it looks like they want to give it a go. Medium tyres.
I have a feeling we're going to get a few surprises in this Q2 Grand, because how close it was to get into that top 10 in that midfield in Q1. And if everybody hits those laps again, it's going to be... We might have a few championship contenders, 1 or 2.
Be devastating.
Might be outside the top 10. Stretch is going to be the first to set a lap. He got a 32.6 in Q1. I think he'll get a little bit... You'll need to be a little bit quicker than that. I think that'll be the cut-off point, I'd say. Mid-32s, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon that's about right. 32s, if not late.
32.7 from Stretch. So it's a temp slow from Q1, but he's consistent. So let's see how that stacks up.
I think track evolution here isn't as good as other tracks. So that sun's out
Off.
Q1 and then Q2 and 3 it sort of hides away a little bit.
The car off first sector. It is VRC down, but he's way off the track. He's just allowing everybody to go through. That's perfectly fine. Good. Raikkonen 34.08. Yeah, I think I need to be a bit quicker than that.
And that's the trouble with going out in the mediums.
Right, so who's next? Got a Red Bull coming over. That's Dan 23, 32.4. Closely followed by Jorick, pretty much the same time. But Dan 23 is settling in quite nicely by the looks of it. As I think I'm seeing Dangerous Dan coming across. 32.6. We saw 31s in Q1 as Falcon, 32.1.
That from Falcon there. Be pretty happy with that one.
Showing us some mediums. Yeah, 33.6. Yeah, the mediums are just aren't quick enough really in a very close field to get through to Q3.
Agree. So, great on that one, to be honest with you. You're going to have to be going out on softs to try and get through. They might have to pit and just chuck a set on.
There's a Haas coming to the end of the lap. That's Muddy Biscuit. Left it very late in Q1. He's leaving no stone unturned on this one. And 32.2 Muddy Biscuit. Yeah, left it very late in Q1. Making sure the opposite this time is actually out relatively early.
You don't want to risk with these tyres.
Leader. 31.7.
Time now.
That's it again. Top Notch has been off. Meantime, he's had front wing from somewhere. Yeah, he's got front wing damage. I don't know where he's got that from.
I didn't see any yellow flags around.
Yeah, so he's either had a spin or he's hit someone.
May have hit the pit wall.
Eventually, either way, he'll be back in to set a time. Jorick's left the session. Could you invite him back, please?
I can.
Thank you. Right, who's going to be next? Got a Renault coming round to start. Rakyak. Renault takes a very nice wide line. The beginner's lap, and then goes up the massive hill to turn 1, where first lap could be very, very interesting when we get to the race. As Jorick is back in, and then flat up onto the S's, and this is where you could have big confidence in yourself and the car. It's all about really just using the gears to brake your car rather than braking itself to get the speed down, ready for it. And he's just about kept it within the lines in that last corner. And down into this hairpin, very, very key to get the power on as soon as possible onto the back straight. And the sun gleaming into the driver's face as they go back on the back straight here. Old Manzi left as well.
On it.
Thank you. He's already out in qualifying. Solid lap from Matjak so far. Looks very clean and stable. He's going to be quick though. He's going to be running out of DRS already. And that's going to cost him time in these last two corners. He's going to have no power to push him out of these last two corners. Let's see what it does. Yeah, 32.3. Still a very good lap, but probably lost a few tenths with that ERS at the end. And currently, it's only the Renaults out on track. So again,
I'd just like to get some air time.
I keep forgetting they're your team as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're not my team. I'm in the team. They're the ships.
Yeah. VRC Dan, obviously the last few weeks, because if I remember rightly, like a month or so ago, like Monza, Singapore time, he had quite a comfortable advantage in the championship. But last few races, I mean, he was very, very good to recover what he did from his first lap incident last week. He's had a few rough races, 32.2 so far, but yeah. Is that just pressure on VRC Dan, or do you just think he's just been unfortunate?
I think he's been unfortunate with the races he's had. He's had a couple of incidents, and I think now's the time for him to get back into it, and a decent result out last week, and looks of it, he's got some pace in this track, so he can get another good result.
This is a very bold call from Top Notch. We've already stated that these mediums, you'll be very lucky to get through on Q3. There's just over 4 minutes to go. We know he's quick from what he did in Q1. He can be in the 31s, but he's on medium tyres. This is a very bold call, Grant, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the best time on medium so far is a 33.6. And to get through, you're looking at 33.4, 32.4, 32.3, so
he's got to get well into the 32s to be comfortable. It's bold call, definitely a bold, brave strategy. We'll see how he gets it. Keeps it in 7th gear through there.
You're hard to go home, they say.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody go through that section, but it's very nice anyway. He's on the wheel though, isn't he? So wheel power.
Yeah.
Able to keep it in 7th. Yeah, he's got to get into the 32s. 32.4, I think.
If he does a good lap, you got a few Toroses in the chat.
Interesting line on that back straight. Slightly deep, and again those mediums. 2.5. That's a solid middle sector actually. Travis on a lap as well. See, you can tell the difference though between the softs and the mediums. They don't give you that actual bite. But the softs, at least just about kept it clean. I don't think this is going to be quick enough, but we'll see. 33.0, it's a decent lap, but that's not quick enough for top 10.
Got enough time either to go in and change his tyres, unfortunately.
No, he's got to stick with it. He's got to find another 4 tenths at least. Petronas is out on a fresh set of softs. As is Raikkonen. They both set theirs on medium, so they just want to get through now.
But everyone's back out apart from Muddy Biscuit and K-Man because sat in the pits, so they think they're safe, which they should be.
Ooh, Petronas only 10th, 32.6. And he just has enough time to get round in time, he's got to be careful. So who's next? Stretch. No, who's Red Bull Dan, 23 on the lap. Yeah, so this is everyone's, or pretty much those outside the top 10, their last opportunity. And Top Notch is out of fuel.
Oh no.
So, yeah, so that's him done, I think. Yeah, 14th. Well, he tried it. I think it's a very good lap on medium tyres, but he's going to have to do all the work in the race.
Stretch goes 3 tenths quicker. 8.24.
This is incredibly close for top 10. I knew it would be, but this is ridiculous. 2 tenths covering 7th to 12th at the moment. I think we got a Williams next at K-Man, just about to start.
This as well.
Jonas is on his last lap.
Just in time.
Both alphas in on the cusp. Oh, here comes Dan 23. He's already a few tenths up. This would be a very solid lap by the looks of it. 31.8.
I'm bad down.
Very nice. He's definitely settled in to
Liking him.
the lead by the looks of it.
No.
32.6. Not enough. Good effort though. Duffer goes 6th. Dan goes 4th. Dangerous Dan goes 4th. Who's left? Eyes and Petronas.
Yeah.
Right, here comes Eyes the Best. It's got a tiny bit of ERS left, and fuel slightly wide last corner. Does it do enough? No! 12th. Jonas, couple of tenths up. Wide at that corner. He's got to get into the next session. No! 12th. Oh, look how close that is. He was 700ths. No. Ended up 3 tenths. Oh no, we've had that thing again. Dangerous Dan. He's been he's retired. His car's been hit.
No!
Yeah.
Oh no!
He was through. I was wondering why the times had gone all weird.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to work out.
Oh, he's going to be gutted with that. So both alphas. He's going to 9 of us through. Well, take us through. Those that got eliminated.
I would, but my game is messed up, so you go for it.
Okay, never mind. So Dangerous Dan will be taking no further part. That is such a shame from him. That's so frustrating. But Jorik was 11th, for Petronas 12th. Eyes the Best 13th. Raikkonen 14th. All very close to getting through. And Top Notch 15th in the Toro Rosso.
Okay, right, I'm back. That was strange.
It's so frustrating. That is the one thing with all the things that they have fixed, and you know, over this game, there's been one issue which has been in this game and the game before, and that is that where the AIs crash on the in laps or the out laps when qualifying is over, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's the official rule is the unlucky thing is if you're out in the last lap on that section, you run that risk. But
yeah, you would have thought they would
so
have.
Frustrating.
They would have done something about it. Like if you finish your lap, the AI cars are the damage
or
gets
Ghost
turned
or
off
something.
with the AI cars or something.
Yeah, Ghost or something. I'm sure that's easy
Yeah.
enough to do.
Yeah, definitely. Well, look at
Also,
that. You ran up boys into Q3. You got the 2 Red Bulls as well. 2 Haas's. Couple of teams in there. Got a Ferrari, and then you got the 2 Mercedes as well.
I tell you what, as well, Grant. Both Alphas out. Both desperately need to win this race. One's 12th and one's 14th.
Yeah.
No, one's 10th and one's 12th. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they gotta hope that Camo messes up this Q3. He's the one they gotta beat, and VRC Dan as well. So,
Yep.
Be watching this with bated breath.
Muddy Biscuit as well. Muddy Biscuit sat in 4th.
Oh yeah.
He's there. M3 will be trying to take up this opportunity and a good quality and shoot off on the race.
Yeah. Alright, let's ride aboard with Rakiak. First of the Renaults. The Renaults, what is it? Renaults or Renault?
No, I'd say Renault. That's just me.
Alright. Fair enough. Takes a very wide line in the last corner, does Rakiak. He's done that twice now. Probably the best thing to do, but maximum hot lap up into first corner and then again on the exit, gets the best acceleration, and then through the S's. Once again, you've got to run the car as close as you dare to the curbs and then try and hold the speed as you can. And into these last part, it all tightens up, then over the crest of the hill. We get this. Well, sometimes you get that lovely camera angles, they go over the top, but not this time. Into the first hairpin that leads onto the back straight. DRS board now really be an overtake, but he's in a hot lap. Perfectly fine. Obviously, on next game, it'll be much more simplified, and it'll be interesting to see when we get to league race and when we begin. It'll be interesting to see how that comes into the races. 101.9, and then through these really tight corners, and you got double apex here. Got the car turned in very nicely. That extra rotation, as a few of those esports drivers say. It's penultimate corner. Oh, and he's done the same mistake as I saw the Mercedes do. He's turned in far too early.
I see downsing it nicely though. He's coming around the final corner. Q9.
So 31s from Camo, Camo's invalidated this first run. So who's going to challenge? K-Mag has done it as well. Anyone? Dan's done it as well.
Oh no.
Hey, Muddy Biscuit. Muddy Biscuit hasn't. Right. See if he can challenge. Wouldn't it be a weird situation if VRC Dan is the only person to set a qualifying lap? Everyone else invalidate all their laps.
That would be
A weird grid.
insane.
But Muddy Biscuit is going to ruin it because he's going to set a valid lap unless he kept it very clean last corner. So ruins my fantasy. 32-2 P1. Not a fantasy, it's just would have been an interesting thing to work. Falcon beats it, 32-1. Matches Q2 time.
Was invalidated.
So easy to do though. I would know.
Dan's
I do it
invalidated.
many times. Strats has done it,
Yeah.
has Camo done it. Yo! Camo's clean.
Well, first sector. Second sector, sorry.
Yeah, clean so far. It's that penultimate corner though. I think it's the most tricky really, apart from the S's.
Yes.
Keeps it nicely. Can he do a 31? This will be a second lap on the tyres if he does. Oh, nearly. 32 flat.
Top. Good banker lap. You've seen him getting to
we know
31s.
We know he has more.
Teammates on the lap now as well, next across the line.
Maddie's on a in lap,
Nice.
as is Falcon. So that's a weird sight to see. 4 people settle out, the rest. I'm gonna have one more run.
Question is now, do they go out now and do 2 runs, or do they wait until the last possible minute and risk it doing just 1 run?
Rakyak is already answering your question.
Here we go.
It's going out already.
Got to be careful if you invalidate your first lap. My opinion, what I do is if I don't set a time, I then go out like Rakyat's done in about 5 minutes. Set 1 lap as your major banker, and then you go again and set your best lap with the lowest fuel, like the least fuel in the car.
On the same set of tyres.
Yeah. That's what I do if I don't do it. If I don't set a lap first time around.
See, I've never been able to do that. I've never been able to understand. Like, there's, or was it Skumpburner in F1? He does like 5 lap on his soft tyres, and he goes his fastest lap is like the 4th or 5th lap. It's like, how?
Yeah.
How does that
It's
work?
getting the rhythm of the track.
Yeah.
If you invalidate your first one, then you take it to. Sometimes you're a bit more cautious on your next lap because you don't want to invalidate it, especially if you've only got 1 more run. So it's nicer just to get into the rhythm, even if you do your out lap, 1 lap, then say you do 1 more straight after, that you've then got the rhythm of the track and you have that feeling of it. You know where you can go on the track. Push.
Yeah. What do you think of the simplified ERS on the next game? I presume you've heard details about it.
I mean, I like this method. I like going up and down the ERS during laps, you know, being able to work out how to save it and how to use it. But, I mean, it's a thing they're bringing to the next game. There's nothing I can do to change that, and it should be good to adapt, and it should be nice to a little bit simplified, I guess.
Well, the thing I find will be a lot more easy is, say, on qualifying. Obviously, as you say, if you've learned how to master it, then obviously it's a good asset to have, but you must feel a little bit relieved, say, that you can just go out in qualifying, and obviously sometimes you press like the overtake button to get like the acceleration or the top speed out of it. But that's the only thing you do. Apart from that, you're trying to get the gears and the braking and the line right, rather than changing it over the lap. In a race, I agree. But qualifying, it's like 20 changes every qualifying lap.
I just love that. I just think that's amazing to do that. It's just, that's just my opinion. I love going up and down the RS throughout the lap and seeing how far you can get through the lap on, like, for example, on hot lap, or working out where you can go into rich to then have enough ERS for the rest for the end of it. I just like doing that personally, but well.
Speaking of laps, Rakyak is on an absolute fly, I think. This is going to be the 31s. 31.6.
Great lap from Wakiak.
That looked everything that you'd like to see in a potential pole lap. Aggressive, but look absolutely on it with He would look one with his car and everything else.
Hasn't got enough fuel to go again, so that's his lap. He's done.
Yeah, he's said it like high jump.
Yeah. He might still in the pit, so
Right.
he'll be lucky to come out now. He's on his way out.
Okay, he's coming out
that's
now.
fine.
Yeah, what Ratkek is saying there, right, I've set a 31.6. Come and have a go.
Thrown a bone.
That's a very good lap as well.
Couple of cars on the back straight here.
There's that shot. There's that shot I was hoping to get. Stretch going over the crest of the hill. You get the same shots as you would get in real life, which is the one thing I love about this spectator mode on this game. You get the same camera angles as you would get in real life. Obviously, in the next game, we'll get to see tyre strategy and when the pit window comes up during races.
Be fun.
Which would be interesting to see how that works.
Definitely.
Wonder what else they'd bring as well. Anyway, here comes Stretch. The last couple of corners on his lap, slightly earlier than everybody else on their final runs at Q3. Runs the car very nicely over the curb. Gets the car turned in, good. 32.4 from Stretch. Dan 23 is invalidated again. Is Dan going to get to the line in time?
He won 9 from VRC Dan, just set a lap.
Is Dan 23 gets to the line? He's got 5 seconds as he turns in.
Dan.
Oh, he made it. Oh, that was like half a second left.
Maybe he does a bad lap.
Does he have enough fuel? Red light's blinking already as he turns in.
They're putting the lowest amount, so hopefully he's got a lap's worth.
Camo's 3 temps up. He's equal with the pole time at the moment if he nails this last sector. The Mercedes Falcon as well, so Falcon's going to be first. The time's out, so 31.8 splits the Renaults. Here comes Camo. Championship leader, can he get pole position? 2 temps ahead. Muddy Biscuit. 4th. Just behind Falcon. Red Bull. Stretch, he's in. It's the red of Dan. VLC Dan. No, he's done. 5th for the moment. A-Mag in the 32s, 32.7, so Dan 23. He ran out of fuel.
Oh no!
No, oh. He ran out of fuel. He only just made it on his lap, but he had no fuel left.
Oh, he's pushing so
He
hard
must
to
have
get
used
to
it
that
up.
lap. Yeah.
But in the
Yeah,
end,
they'll be happy about
Camo,
the Falcons result there. All over the
Camo in the
chat.
Haas, championship leader, has made a big statement with that for pole position in this race. Very, very good lap from him. But rest of the top 10.
So you got Wacyak in the Renault. Second, you got Falcon in the Merc. The element saying in the chat hashtag trick Merc. And then you've got 4th Muddy Biscuit in the other Haas. VRC Dan in the Renault. Duffer in the Ferrari. Stretch in the Red Bull. K-Mag in the Williams. And in 9th place, Dan 23X in the other Red Bull.
Hugh, and I've just realised something. We're going to have 2 Dans together on the grid.
Yay!
We're going to have Dan 23 and Dangerous Dan next to each other. Fantastic.
It's going to be fun.
All right. All right. Shall we get to have a word with Camo if he joins us?
Throw him an invite.
Throw him an invite, see whether he accepts. Because it's a thing. It's a thing I do want to do kind of regularly, kind of into this season and going into the next ball position man. And here he is. Was that a squeak from you, Mr. Camo?
Don't worry, I didn't have the thing unmuted. Or mute whatever the tick thing is, that thing, yeah.
Or tick the box now,
Hello.
please.
I have. Hello, everybody.
Oh, pole position. What a great lap from yourself. Camo for F1, maybe? No, I'm joking.
No, you're fine.
It was beaten F2 times, is all I'm saying. No, take nothing away from you. Very, very good lap, and you've been showing very, very good form in Q1 and Q2, and then into Q3 itself. And obviously, you're aiming to obviously win this race ahead of your championship rivals to take a good step into Brazil. I'm guessing that's the plan going into this race.
I hate Brazil, so I need something out of this race.
I'm guessing you love America.
It's in my top 5. I wouldn't say I love it, but the last sector's horrible. But we'll see.
Fair enough. Any questions from you, Grant?
Yeah, how are you feeling? We're seeing your championship rivals a bit further down the list.
I don't know. I'm hoping everything goes well.
So,
we'll see. I just hope everything goes well, and then life is good.
Yeah. Obviously, what's the plan going up to turn 1? It's a very wide entrance into that first corner. We've seen a lot happen in that first corner this week, so obviously you must be aware of that going into there. I guess.
What's my plan?
If you
for turn
aggressive,
1?
defensive.
Oh, pray.
go straight.
Oh, pray. Oh, that's hopeful.
Pray nothing goes wrong and I don't lose the rear, and then hopefully nothing goes wrong. Now, I think Rakyak's on pad. Which means he's going to get a little better launch than me. So that'll be entertaining.
We'll see. Anyway,
and someone's readied up, so we'll have to shoot back in the party.
That'll be the host. It's fine.
Yeah, I need to jump
all the
back
best
in
here.
the party. In a bit.
Good race.
Yeah, that's something I want to kind of integrate into next season. Like every stream does it, if possible. Invite pole position, because it is a good insight. I've liked it.
Definitely.
But
There's not much point. As in, like, there's not much time to do it. Quick interview.
Yeah. Right. Let's go through the grid. You want to take us through?
Yeah. So start the.
Ignore 19th. They're not on the grid. Oh, didn't he? Oh, he's not taking the race. Oh well. Okay, 17th then.
Okay, so 17th we've got RSF1 Hunts in the Mercedes. 16th we've got Old Manzi in the Racing Point. 15th we've got Top Notch in the Toro Rosso. 14th we've got RSF1 Raikkonen, Ferrari. In 13th place we've got Eyes Best near the Toro Rosso. In 12th you've got RSF1 Patronus in the Alfa Romeo. In 11th you've got Jorik, aka Jules, in the McLaren. In 10th you've got Dangerous Dan in the other Alfa Romeo. In 9th you've got Dan23X in the Red Bull. 8th you've got RSF1 K-Mag in the Williams. 7th you've got WR Stretch, the other Red Bull. 6th place you've got RSF1 Duffer in the Ferrari. 5th place you've got chaos going in there in that corner with Muddy Biscuit. You've got the RC Dan in the Renault. 4th place Muddy Biscuit in the Haas. third place, you got RSF1 Falcon in the Mercedes. In second place, you've got Rakyak in the other Renault boy. Great quality from him. Then in pole position, first place, leading the pack, is Camo, the other Haas car.
Thank you very much. Right, so unfortunate for street racing. He obviously didn't let his car or something or anything, but he will not be taking part in this race. So, bottom 4 on the grid, Raikkonen, Top Notch, Manzi and Hunt all on the medium tyres. So it'll be interesting to see where they can feature in this race as they all line up now. 28 laps ahead of us for the United States Grand Prix, potentially a key race in the championship if certain results happen. But let's get ready to go for 5 red lights for the American Grand Prix. And the lights out of the way to go. Decent start from Mercedes. Had a good shot. And Rakyak is already up on the inside of Camo. As we go up in the hill to turn 1, there's 5 wide in the midfield back there. And Camo got a light touch from his teammate Muddy Biscuit. And they've all gone through, I think, cleanly. But Rakyak has taken the lead as they go through up into the S's. They go sweeping through the section there. There's a couple of cars going wide, but all okay, I think. Yeah, looks okay to me. They're all clean on the first lap. Dangerous Dan is up 4 places. There's yellow flags at the back. It's a Stretch who's been turned around, I think. Contact with somebody. He's got damage on his front wing. That's the edge of the S's. K-Mag is also down 8 places. So it might have been the 2. Oh, he spun it again at the back. So he's got to get his tyres back into working order once again. There is the first half of the lap through. Rakyak, well, Camo said in our interview, Grunt, that he predicted Rakyak could possibly get a better start, and, well, he was right. But still early days in this race. But great start from Dangerous Dan, up 4 places.
Same with Old Manzi as well, up into 12th. A good start.
Oh, wide line from VRC Dan in the Renault's got Dan 23. So, oh no, we got Dangerous Dan, VRC Dan, and Dan 23 next to one another. Perfect. Just what I like to see.
Dan's chasing Dan.
Yep. Fantastic. And Dan 23, oh, he could have had a lunge on VRC, besides to hold back. So apart from K-Mag and Stretch, a clean start from F3. That's so Dangerous Dan's put his qualifying behind it, but all very, very close in that midfield still. The whole pack, there's not even a second between anybody at the moment.
It's quite tight at the moment. Boys race.
Yeah, just trying to look at the kind of closest gaps. It's the Dans, basically the closest at the moment.
There behind him as well.
Oh, VRC's got a good run on Dangerous. Might go for the inside. Dangerous Dan already thinks about it. Goes middle of the road defense. Here comes VRC trying to go sweeping around the outside. He's going to have the inside line for the next corner if he can keep his nose in. But no, Dangerous gets the better traction and stays ahead.
That top 4 is starting to get that bit of a gap. That second gap to Duffer.
That's a horrible dead air when you're in a train like this. It's very difficult to keep a car, but everyone very good so far. Very safe and solid. Rakyak's got about half a second. Ahead of Camo, you've got Dangerous Dan potentially. Not making any big moves yet, but all in a
Patronus as well.
Train.
He's right at the butt of Jorick. It's best just behind him.
Stretch didn't hit. I thought he would have done. VLC Dan though already. Time penalty through the S's.
Yeah.
It does seem to be all VRC wide on the exit. A bit of jumpiness going on. All very so far as Camo, I think. Yeah, Camo's going to have a run on the inside of Rakiak. And they go side by side down into the hairpin. Rakiak trying to go for the switchback, but couldn't get the traction right. So Camo's taken the lead.
Move there. Drake gets past Dan in the meantime as well. They're running side by side. Drake's going around the outside of Dan. Is he going to make the move stick? Still side by side. He gets into the next corner.
Petronas sticking his nose in. Oh. That corner's very deceptive. It's such a wide exit, but that apex. That core crash isn't racing. It's he's on the leaderboard, but he's not racing. Not on. See, if I go to his name, he's in the pits. It's all fine.
Yeah. Same as street race, unfortunately.
Yeah. So front three pulled away a little bit. Is a Renault House sandwich. The front three at the moment.
Believe in
a little bit on Falcon.
Not leaving Camo alone is Rakiak though, staying right behind him as Petronas gets a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be a fair few, I think, by the end of the race, but
very hard to follow.
Midfield train is.
Especially on that first sector.
This midfield train is absolutely ridiculous. This is from 6th down to Hunt, who's down in 15th. It's absolutely insane. Not a second between, but who's going to get the run? Dangerous Dan, who's got the first DRS, but maybe Jorik. Look at this whole pack of cars here.
Yeah, it's just a massive DRS train, isn't it? It's quite tough to overtake in them.
And the good thing for the guys on the mediums is they're relatively close still. If we go to the leader, we've got Old Manzi, who is the highest on mediums. He's only 7 seconds behind. So hopefully he can keep that. The longer this train battles, the better for them.
I mean, I feel like them softs tend to die off. And kind of run about 5 laps, so the medium tyres looking good at that point.
Jorik's got a solid run on VRC down. He's also got DRS in front. Dangerous down ahead of him.
It's the best looking to go around the outside of Petronas.
Yeah.
That's about it. Right.
This is what F3 is all about. It's incredibly close racing and very respectful so far. Haven't seen anybody really make a lunge or like a rash move. Everyone's being very methodical of what they want to do.
Yep. Kay stretches in the pits again. He's got some more front wing damage. Well, he had the front wing damage, so he's on the hards. Go to the end on them, I reckon.
Yeah, he's not had a good time this race. Hasn't really recovered from that off.
We can had a look at Top Notch then. Of it, but he's just up behind him.
Then just down on the inside of Duffer. And Jorik was having a look at VRC. 2x2. Oh, VRC! He tapped the Ferrari. He was lucky to keep his front wing. But Jorik is getting a little bit impatient now. Lunges it, pushes down a little bit. He must have heard what I said. That's a commentator's curse, I think. I think Jorik had enough of the stayed at the back of the Renault, went for it. A little bit of contact, Ben's word, but all good.
Meantime, Muddy Biscuits lost the DRS on Rakiak.
Oh, down 23 on the inside of VRC.
3-second penalty as well, unfortunately, but
all
bit of glitching going on my screen.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you getting that as well?
Oh, I guess another penalty.
Yeah.
It's like, I think down 23 is having a bit of struggle, trouble with his internet. He's jumping a little bit.
On board of Jonas, he's got that symbol next to him, so
yeah.
Yes, you did hear that word, Verstappen. As soon as someone says the C word,
it's like a
He's like,
summoning tool.
his ears prick up. It's like, what? Still the front three, and Falcon's got back with the top two. It seems to me that Jorik is one making moves. As Duff has got the DRS at the back of Dangerous, but here comes Jorik. Yeah, Jorik seems to be, out of this train, the one most keen to move himself forward.
We've got Old Mandy and Eyes
He's
the
gonna
best
have
go
a
side by
lunge.
side. To the third sector.
Oh!
Oh, Dan's had a lag spike
Dan's just
into
gone
the
off.
wall.
I've seen he's been having problems.
Yep. I think something different happened on his screen that happened on ours. If anyone's
Straight on.
out there engineering him, it'd be worth a mention.
Cameras in.
Just to oh, he's the first to blink. Falcon
Cam and Falcon are both in. Go for a very solid undercut.
for as well. Yeah, the undercut is powerful on this track.
So Camo, Duffer and
Rack
Falcon
out
all
with a
on
3
medium
second time
tyres.
penalty. Gonna help him.
The blue flags on there. There's blue flags flashing on the side of the track at the moment.
Is there?
Yeah, I don't think that was right. There's still this train of cars here. It'd be interesting to see those starting on mediums, Grunt, where they're going to feature in this. They're still not that far off from decent points at the moment.
Not far off at all.
Jorik with the DRS on Dangerous Dan should be able to get the move here. But see whether Dangerous Dan can get on the exit. Yeah, Dan's still poking his nose still on the inside. Oh. Rubbing of tyres. He's not going to lunge it here, so Jorik takes third place for now, the head of this queue.
Driving there by both of them. Reckon them medium tyres might do quite a good job here.
Brackyak and Muddy Biscuit both responded to Camo and Falcon. Camo and Falcon are in very, very big clean air, so they had to pit that lap, I felt. Jonas in as well.
Camo might jump him, you know. It's going to be close.
By the bottle Camo, are we going to see a Haas or a Renault on the left-hand side? Now Camo's going to take it. Undergut was very strong. What's going to happen with Falcon? He's going to be side by side with Muddy Biscuit, I think. Going to have the run, potentially. Muddy Biscuit just holds him off, so Camo got a near 2 seconds on Rackyak in the end.
Very powerful. That undercut. Now he's got to push and try and catch the cars ahead.
Right, so back up to those that haven't pitted yet. Eyes is on the back of VRC, is on the back of Dangerous. 3 wide potentially if Eyes... No, he's not going to make a lunge here, but both the Dans side by side. Oh, that's a huge cut of corner from VRC. He's trying to give the room. Gave a bit too much, and now Eyes the best of. He's going to lunge up on the inside. He is. They're all making a little bit of contacts. And you got the racing point of Manzi staring at all 3 of them. And behind him is Raikkonen as well. You see those softs. Oh, all 3 of them. All the soft guys pit. Oh, yellow flag set to 3.
I think Top Notch had a little wobble there. He was a bit sideways on the second to last straight. Cameron's had a big jump.
All right.
The other guys, so he's now
VRC
net lead.
VRC down on hards.
Interesting.
And he's dropped. Did he?
May have had damage.
Is this?
May have
Is
made
there still
contact with Top
damage?
Notch.
I felt like that. No, it's alright. I felt like that Renault was Yeah, he's dropped well back.
Might have had a front wing change. Might have had
I
damage.
think he may have
somewhere.
hit the pit lane wall. They were all very close as they entered the pits. There may have been some contact on the entrance.
The only person left to pit is Jorik on them soft tyres.
Jorik and the guys on mediums.
23's on softs as well, after pitting.
And interfill once again. Put it on leader for a few laps just in case people want it. Engineers out there. I'm going to have to write that in a rule in next next season's commentating. Put it on leader for like 2 laps for engineers.
You can see that with
with
the pit strategy, can't you?
Yeah, I know I'm going to get people are asking, top notch in the pits. Is that an early stop on mediums, do you reckon?
Yeah. I don't think that's the planned pit stop. On mediums, you're looking to go about 20 laps. About lap 18,
So front wing
19,
change as well.
Yep. He's gone soft, so if that's a mistake or
Going
not,
aggressive.
gonna have to pit again.
Right, so let's have a little bit of a recap here. So, front 4 yet to pit. Jorik on softs, taking those quite a long way. Did he start outside the top 10? I feel like he did. Yeah, he definitely did. 11th place, so you're a lap or 2 longer. Then you got the guys on mediums, and you got Camo, who's relatively comfortable after that undercut, but I feel Rakiak is catching a little bit. Then you got Muddy Biscuit in the net 3rd, with Falcon, Duffer, Patronus are all in a line here. You got Dangerous Dan, Eyes, Mac as Patronus! No! Oh! He just mistimed his brakes completely. He was very lucky. I don't think he caused any damage.
Oh, he's
Just check.
his car's all good.
Oh, he's a lucky boy.
Yep. Just lost the rear a bit. Just lost him a bit of time. Jorik stayed out again.
Very lucky. Stink.
Going to lap 11 on them tyres. Not lap 12.
RSF1 Hunt is now putting Raikkonen under a bit of pressure.
Yep, Camo's catching this pack as well. Slowly.
Oh, Dangerous Dan's left the session.
I will invite him back.
Thank you. Not going well for Dangerous Dan at the moment. Remember, this was a race that, in fact, both Alphas, a race, remember, they had to win. And in fact, in Championship contention, as Dan23 he's had enough on his debut. He has retired in the pits. Such a shame to see after some early promise. Looks okay initially anyway, so I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah, definitely. He had good pace in qualifying. I think he just got a bit unlucky with his internet. He'll be back.
Duffer's still behind Falcon.
So you've got
leader as
Camo,
well.
2.3 seconds behind Hunt. Now, if he can't pass this quickly, then Rakiak is only 1.4 behind him, so he could get into the mix for the lead.
Jorik Sim. Jorik in the pits now, taking those softs quite long, so he's going to be medium, so he's not going to have any trouble on them. He will come out behind Eyes, I think someone mentioned.
Yep, I think that'll be around Ice K-Mag, Dangerous Dan area. Right.
11th.
Just in front of K-Mag, but K-Mag gets a switch back. He's side by side to the first sector. K-Mag gets the position, Jorik just yields it. Pretty safer option. Raikkonen's still hanging on to old Mounty though. Not letting him go.
Yeah. Yeah, in terms of the championship, we're not even halfway in this race, but in terms of the championship, Camo is looking in a very good position as it currently stands, but still a long way of this race to go.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think of the constructors because the two Haas boys are looking very good in first and third. Jorik takes K-Mag on the back straight. And a simple move gets him on the brakes.
Remember also the small matter of the overall constructors, you know, all the teams combined coming into this week. Haas were only less than 100 points behind Alpha in the lead of the overall constructors, and I know they've scored well this week, and they're scoring well in this race as well.
Yeah, so it should be interesting final part.
Because F5 was won by Haas. Camo's currently in the net lead at the moment. In fact, they're on for a double podium as it stands. Right, any battles at the moment? It's really Raikkonen putting Manzi under pressure.
It's with another time penalty. Fortunate for him. Raikkonen's getting closer though, only 4 tenths.
Got eyes on the back of Petronas as well. Here comes Raikkonen. Come on, use that Ferrari horsepower that you know it's got behind your Manzi, middle of the road.
Camo's in the DRS as well for Hunt. Bide his time. A 2.2 second gap to Rakiak, so
he's gapped Rakiak a little bit.
Yep.
Ideally, this is not really what Camo wants. Once these guys are mediums ready to pit.
I think he's going to be waiting a little while for that. I think he just wants to get past him now.
No, he's going to have to make the moves.
Otherwise, it's just going to be a DRS train again, and Rakiak's going to be stuck behind him. We finally reached that point.
Yeah, it's been a solid race so far. Very respectful from majority. Haven't really seen any iffy moments. Touch wood.
Yeah, apart from the incident with Dan 23X, where he had a bit of a lag spike and up in the wall.
There's nothing he could have done about that.
I don't think there's anything anyone could have done. I think one thing happened on his screen and another thing happened on everyone else's screen.
Right, Camo is definitely going to have a good run on RSF1 Hunt in this back straight, and yeah, Rakiak has got almost within a second, so I feel like he's got to make this move soon. Got Raikkonen ahead, looking at old Manzi, but here comes Camo. Look at that overspeed he's got. And Hunt gave a little bit of a move across to panic Camo a little bit, but Camo's got the move done. Now Rakiak is going to have to do the same.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to pass Hunt in the next. Ideally turn 1, I would have thought, to not let Camo get away. You can see the extra grip with these tyres. Oh, Hunt's pitting anyway.
Raikkonen, unfortunate with another 3-second turn penalty. Early pit stop for Hunt. He's been on the hards.
Ooh. Well, softs were never going to last.
He's struggling. The mediums.
Eyes is having a look at Petronas. He was up on the inside of turn 1 and he's got the move stuck. Alright.
Camo's in the second with Raikkonen now as well. Oh, Fiassi Dan. Another 3 seconds.
Apparently Danger Stands had a new router today and thought he'd sorted out his internet. But apparently not.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, Duffer is having a look on Falcon. Falcon's just going to hold him off, but Camo is now putting Raikkonen and Old Manzi under pressure. And these two, Old Manzi and Raikkonen, I don't think they're going to pit anytime soon. So this is not good news for Camo. He's going to have to be aggressive here.
He's still got that 1.3 seconds gap to Rakiak though, so he's got a little bit of time. Not much though. He needs to get past as soon as he can. Nobody needs to take one down the straight.
Oh. They're not teammates. But Raikkonen
Raikkonen went defensive. Mags in the pits.
That looked like a let through Camo by me. It might be.
Raikkonen just ran out.
No, he realised he was faster. It's fine.
Oh, Danger Stands back in.
But Camo, is Old Manzi going to do him the same favour?
Steiner's been having a few words with a few other team principals.
Uh-huh. We're going to have a double move here. Camo on Manzi, Rakiak on Raikkonen. Let's have a look. Rakiak's going to make this simple. Old Manzi not letting through Camo. Camo's flown up on the inside of Old Manzi. He's got the move done, so he's back into the outright lead now.
Recon Petronas going side by side. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Oh, Petronas got a little bit of front wing damage there. Jorik just turned a little bit too early into the corner, just clipped his side pod. VRC Dan gets past Hunt as well.
Missed the end of that.
Ormanzi's pitted. Camo with a 3-second time
Camo.
penalty.
Uh-oh.
Gonna help him.
Uh-oh.
Leave Rakiak's 2 penalties.
I think his name's popped up at least twice.
Yeah. We'll have a look in a bit.
Yep, you got Falcon.
He's on them softs, he's going to be quick for the end of the race.
Falcon, Duffer, and Ice the best, all in a battle here.
Rakiak.
Oh yeah, that's Rakiak, another one.
Yeah. The name that I haven't seen pop up yet is Muddy Biscuit, I don't think, so keeps it clean. Could make up a few places.
Old Manzi's going to be interesting to watch because he's come out in 10th place. He's 2 seconds behind Top Notch, who's already gone 7 laps and no softs. We'll need a bit again. But Old Manzi's got targets to get, I'd say, up until this battle here for the 5th place.
Yeah, if they keep battling, they'll hold each other up.
Yeah, he's going to be flying on those soft tyres.
Yep, he's waving the flag for Racing Point. Street Racing had a bit of problems, so...
Raikkonen's the only one he had to pit. And he'll come out, I think he might come out behind VLC Dan and Hunt, but those two are on hard tyres trying to get to the end.
Yeah, he might come out.
Whoa, Duffer! Duffer nearly sideways and Ice nearly plows into the back of him.
Yeah.
Oof. Running in tears, but Duffer's not got a good exit, so Ice might have a lunge turn 1. He definitely could have, but no, thinks better of it.
And comes out behind Ormanzi.
Yeah, he's going to be out behind...
Just behind Hunt.
There's... Ooh, yep. But he's got a point on the horizon, he's got to work for it.
Manzi at the back of Top Notch. You can see Top Notch struggling on them softs now. Oh, he just gets a penalty. 3-second time penalty for the S's.
If I can get a shot down the straight, you could probably see on this freeway battle still. You might be able to see a pink Force India. Belly up.
Man's got a great one on Top Notch. On the outside on the straight. Move done. Nice there. Raikkonen gets
Duffer's
past
got
Hunt on the
past.
straight as well.
Yeah, Duffer's got past Falcon. These three still at it. And they've got Jorik slowly catching in as well. So this could potentially, if Manzi comes up, potentially be a 5-way fight for fourth.
He's on the fresh tyres a
Meanwhile,
lot, it's old Manzi. So should be, he'll be looking to try and gain a few positions now.
And the thing I'm finding with this battle is Falcon got a horrible exit on the last corner. Eyes is swooping past him, even before turn 1. I feel like with this battle as well, I feel like none of them can shake the others. As Top Notch is back in the pits.
Comes into that DRS train, doesn't it? Tearing each other every lap.
Thomas have already done gut to leader. But okay, there we go. And it's gone. There you go. There's your gap to leader. See, the thing is, I have it on interval so I can see where battles are. There's a reason. Anyway.
So Raikkonen
Right.
is just behind VRC Dan.
Oh,
Overtaking him before the straight. Good move.
yeah,
Dan
very
must have got
good.
a bad exit at the end of the S's.
BLC is already on 10 lap old hard tyres against a lap softs.
So it looks
In
like he's
ninth
starting
place.
to struggle a little bit. He's got a nice comfortable
welcome,
lead
Thomas.
though. Looks like he's having a little Sunday drive. He's be quite happy there. Jack's keeping that 2.5, 2.6 second gap though.
Yeah, Jorik again. Oh, remember, Jorik is actually on the fresher set of the tyres of all the guys ahead of him. As Eyes might be able to look at Duffer, but Jorik might be able to look at Falcon. No. Are they catching Muddy Biscuit, do you think? Or is that gap kind of staying the same? Oh, Jorik
We'll
straight
keep
over
an
that
eye on
curb.
it. Keep an eye on it and see, because these guys do have DRS. If Eyes and Duffer keep swapping positions, then they are going to gain.
You see what I mean about these three? Even though Duffer's recently gone to the front of this queue, he doesn't seem to be able to get out of range.
Yeah, I found that
Here comes.
if you overtake someone, you need to
Here comes
be
Eyes.
hard.
Jorik
Again.
might be having a look. No, Eyes gets to the front now of this.
Seems like they may
Fourth.
be doing tactics here. Even though they're not in the same team, they may be working together. They're not battling into corners. Letting each other overtake in the DRS. Using that slipstream, and I think they're trying to catch Muddy Biscuit. That looks like an
Multi-car, multi-team teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to keep ahead of old Manzi, who is catching them. Not as quickly as I thought he would, but he is catching them.
He's caught 2 seconds. The gap was 5.6, I believe.
37.9 from Jorik. 36.5 from old Manzi. So yeah, he's going like over a second a lap. So he will catch him.
You can
Will
see
he
him
have
in
the tyres
distance.
left? Would he have the tyres left? See, Eyes cannot shake Duffer or Falcon. Top Notch gets the fastest lap.
Yeah, so the gap's 2.9 now.
We're gonna have to do penalties in a bit.
Yeah, we will. I mean, do this straight after this long penny straight.
This train once again. Jorik got a good run, I think, out of the hairpin he did. Difficulty is Falcon's got the DRS, but so does Jorik. The even speed of the McLaren. And yep. So
K-Man's on the back of
place.
Hunt. Is he going to go for the move into the corner? Thinks better of it.
If anything, I feel like Raikkonen in ninth is catching this battle, and Old Manzi obviously quicker than what Old Manzi's catching the battle. If that makes sense. He looks like to be the quicker of the two.
Got a lap fresher tyres.
Mm.
See this big battle in the distance, so got an aim, he's got a target.
Helicopter shot. Yes.
As well,
Nice onboard device. They do. I mean, Muddy Biscuit's not out of the equation at the moment. Muddy Biscuit might have to watch his mirrors a little bit from these 4, 5, 6 potentially. Perhaps 2.2. Camel looks very comfortable at the moment ahead of Rakyak. Muddy Biscuit doesn't look like he has the base to catch the top 2.
A few more penalties coming in. But I let these guys forward battle go down the straight, and then I'll do penalties for the engineers out there. Roy Lando, we're on it.
Lando's literally just
Cheers.
gap to lead and penalty situation. That's the two instructions that we always get.
So, Cano has 1 3-second time penalty and 1 warning.
Okay.
Yak has got 1, 2, 3 penalties and 1 warning, so that's 9 seconds. 1 warning.
Cameron's got this at the moment, Muddy.
Muddy Biscuit has 1 warning. That's it.
So he's well within 9 seconds he needs to be. He's got another 2.8. Although that gap is growing, so he's got to keep on that for a 1-2. Okay, Eyes.
Eyes has 1 penalty and 2 warnings.
Okay, Duffer.
Duffer has 2 penalties and 1 warning.
Oh.
2 3 seconds.
Alright.
Rick is
on
a few. 1 penalty, 1 warning.
Oh, 1? I thought. So where doesn't they come up? Falcon.
Falcon is absolutely clean. Falcon.
Oh, he could jump the 3 ahead of him. Okay. Manzi.
Old Manzi has 3 penalties. 1 warning.
Now, if Raikkonen's clean, that'll be interesting.
Raikkonen has 1, 2, 3 penalties and 2 warnings. I think he had 1 unlucky lap because he had 3 warnings and a penalty, so...
And just to check on VRC.
VRC has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties and a warning.
Ouch.
And K-Mag's only got 2 penalties, so... Should be interesting to see. I'll keep going. Lando's a Toro boy, and I'll get to top notch as well. Hunt has got 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties. Hunt. She's on 3 penalties as well. 2 warnings. Patronus.
Verstappen's doing the job of the championship standings I normally put up.
Ideal. Makes our life easier. Patronus is on 3 penalties. Understand is clean.
Oh, top notch. Looks so promising in Q1. With the pace to do well, but it's not come about. So currently, someone actually pointed out to me, and it's a very good point. Because of Ratcake, he had 3 penalties, hasn't he?
Yep.
And Eyes has only got 1.
Eyes has
Oh, Jorik.
Went through so many.
Jorik.
Eyes has
No.
1 penalty, yeah.
Right, so he needs to be within 6 seconds. The gap is 7.4 to Rakiak, and he's catching. Like, 2 or 3 tenths a lap. So, Eyes could get second.
Rakiak's got another
Especially when
penalty.
Rakiak's got another one. Oh no, that's wrecked his podium. He's gonna drop quite far. He'll drop behind Duffer, Jorik, Manzi, right? Actually, no, maybe not Manzi. Manzi's got like several others ranking him, but podium's definitely gone now. Oh, it's so easy to do though, especially when you're in it. As Raikkonen is going to overtake Manzi. I thought he was catching Manzi, and he's done it. Into the first corner.
Raikkonen's looking to catch this back and forth. Starting to disband a little bit though.
Yeah, their tyres are starting to get... Oh, Falcon on 18 lap mediums. He's starting to struggle, and you've got Raikkonen on 7 lap softs. Eating into this gap.
At this rate,
Absolute
Rakiak could drop behind Raikkonen. Maybe even on Manzi. 12 seconds. Obviously if the rest were clean, but unfortunately everyone's clean, so...
Jorik on Duffer, side got across. Duffer had a horrible exit onto the back straight, and Jorik's going to capitalise from it. Yep. Ferrari was practically sideways going onto the back straight, and Jorik, who's on 13 lap mediums, he's now putting it to good effect.
Yep, Duffer and Falcon struggling on them 18 lap hold mediums.
Yeah, championship situation is looking very, very nice for Camo, but he's got still 2 laps to go. Seems very comfortable at the moment.
Eyes as
it
well.
Currently,
chilling to Muddy Biscuit.
as it currently stands. Yeah, as it currently stands, it's going to be a Haas 1-2 with Eyes the best third.
That'd be interesting.
And we're going to think of driver of the day soon. Open up the vote on lap 27, I think, and then we'll let the chat vote. But we're going to think of our 3 we can have up.
Got my options already.
Go on.
I think first one is Camo.
Yeah.
He got pole by quite a bit, and then he's just got behind Rakiak, but didn't let that pass him, and he got the undercut, and now he's driven a superb race in front. And if Eyes gets a podium, if he gets second, I think the best should be contender as well.
What is it penalty-wise between Muddy and Eyes? Are they equal at the moment, or? Because Eyes is right behind Muddy Biscuit.
And Muddy is clean.
Muddy has... Oh, Muddy is clean, so Eyes has to pass and gap by 3 seconds.
In 2 laps.
And your third one? So you got Camo, you've got...
Well, Camo, I've got Eyes the best, and I've got... I tell you what, I think Raikkonen's had a good race.
Raikkonen's not done, actually, with his positions, looking at it. It's right in the back of it. Right, you got till the end. Yeah, I agree with that. So, right, chat, you got till the end of the race to vote for your driver of the day, put your vote and DOTD next to them, so I know. Repeats will not count, and I will take into account teammates as well, so you got between Camo, Ice the best, and Raikkonen for your driver of the day vote. The vote starts now. Right. Last couple of laps, Ice putting Muddy Biscuit under pressure. You've got Raikkonen trying to use these softs against 20 lap mediums. against these two.
I think them softs will have dropped off now though. Just trying to use the last century of tyres he's got. Get with another penalty.
Back. That's going to drop him massively.
I think after
Because everyone's so...
the fourth, I don't know what's going to happen in the places. Penalties.
I think because everyone's so close, he may be outside the points. Maybe it's not that too bad, but he's definitely going to drop. That's how easy it is.
It's big train again now. For Falcon, Raikkonen. Manzi's in there with K-Mag battling. Final lap. K-Mag's on the back of old Manzi though, as old Manzi gets another penalty.
Yeah.
Really wants to get past. He's only got 12 lap hold medium, so...
Oh! Old Manzi softs are... That's it, they're done, they've got nothing left.
Tyres are dead.
K-Mag is looking... Oh, yeah. There you go,
Corner.
sweeps by.
Move there.
It's not done, and you've got VLC down as well.
Oh, Duffer!
Past that battle.
Falcon, sorry, goes trying to get to the inside of Duffer. Might get the move done now. Raikkonen's on the back of him.
Yeah, but I need to go to Camo. It's the last two corners of the race. He's been in complete control. He's basically done exactly what Odguna did last night. Complete, comfortable domination. He has done all he needs to do to put himself in a great position for Brazil. Rakic crosses the line second, but it's going to be Muddy Biscuit, I think. For second it is. It's a house 1-2 with Eyes third. Falcon leaps to fourth. With Jorik, Rakic 6th, Duffer 7th, Raikkonen 8th, K-Mag 9th, and Old Manzi will pick up the point. VLC Dan, no points.
That shower
So-
rain I just saw there as well.
Yeah,
Finish it off.
just as we finish. Just as we finish, it starts raining. Is that a sign for Brazil?
Oh no, don't say that.
Is that a sign for Brazil? It's going to be tipping it down. So, let's put this in perspective for Camo here. He's won the race, and none of his championship rivals... Oh no, actually, his championship rival, Muddy Biscuit, is still there in P2.
Yep.
But the rest of them, out of the points. He's going to be ecstatic.
I think he's happy
Every
with
right
that.
to be as well.
Very well done.
Right.
Quite a good
let's,
race there. Quite a few good battles.
Let me count these up. So, eyes.
So I think driver of the day.
Eyes.
I think if you
Eyes.
agree,
Eyes. They all agree. Eyes.
I think
Eyes best driver of
Eyes
the
drove
day.
an
But,
excellent race there.
and to think as well, that result could mean that we have a new leader in the overall constructors ahead of Alpha. That potentially could. But take us through that top 10. A great race it was.
Yep. So in first place you've got Camo, and second you got Muddy Biscuit, and then Eyes finishing up the last podium place. Falcon in fourth, Jorik in fifth, Rakic in sixth. Fortunate for him. Duffer in seventh, Raikkonen in eighth, K-Mag in ninth, Old Manzi picking up the last point in 10th. And you've got VRC Dan in 11th, Patronus in 12th, Dangerous Dan in 13th, RSF1 Hunt in 14th, Stretch in 15th, and Dan 23 and Top Notch did not finish the race, unfortunately.
Thank you very much.
Re.
I have to say that
It was better than any F4 race, I
Probably.
know.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say that. Don't take the words out of me. I would say in terms of races I've seen, may not have had the drama, but it had the good racing with a capital R.
With a capital R.
It's decent
Racing with respect.
SF3. Best tier.
Debatable. It's not the cleanest. No. I'm only going by how many people have had bans.
I am staying quiet.
I know what that tier.
Where's
I know
Muddy
what that
gone?
tier is.
Oh, he's back again. Muddy biscuit.
No, I'm just saying fact. I'm not saying that this tier is dirty at all.
Nah, I know what you mean.
Far
You
from
like
it.
your F4.
No, actually, F5 is the cleanest in terms of driver bans. In terms of qualifying and race bans.
Oh, well, every tier's great.
Yeah. That's why we love it. Right. Tick the box, please. Tick the box, please, if you haven't already. Let me think how I'll do this. You do third, I'll do second, you do first.
No problem for me, that.
Alright.
No.
Take it away.
Third place. I's the best. Also, driver of the day.
Ooh,
Congratulations to yourself
Thank
in that podium.
Unanimous.
Yeah, I mean, a great drive from you, starting in P13. So what happened in quali? Because you had great race pace. What
Yeah.
happened in that Q2 there?
On my second run, I was 5 or 6 tenths up going into the third sector, and I cut. I can't remember which. It was that left-hand turn before the pits.
Yeah.
So I invalidated my lap, and that was it. And then I knew I didn't have time to go and do another run. But I knew the pace was there in the race. I got stuck behind the new guy Dan and Patronus on the first stint. I think that cost me quite a bit of time. I think if I wouldn't have, I could have probably challenged a bit higher up.
Yeah, I mean, you had great race pace, working your way up through the pack. So you stuck in that train towards the end on your second stint.
Yeah.
So when you were approaching Muddy, were you aware of the penalty situation with, for example, Rakyak?
No, I didn't know about Rakyak, but I knew Muddy had none. So I knew if I wanted a podium, well, I thought if I needed a podium, I'd have to pass him on track, but kind of ran out of laps at the end. I was getting there. But my main focus was keeping the pack behind, Duffer and Falcon, because they were pretty handy as well tonight.
Because it looked like you and Duffer were kind of using each other to, in a bit of slipstream and a bit of DRS onto Muddy Biscuit there. And that was going through your heads, or do you reckon you just wanted to overtake and get away?
Well, I'm not in a party with him, so if anything happened on, in the race, nothing was planned. But I knew I needed to get past him because I felt like I had the pace to challenge for a podium. But I got held up on the first stint a bit too much. I think that was everything to be cost me. So
You had a great race there, finishing on the podium. Some good points for you and the Toro Rosso boys there. How are you thinking about Brazil?
I like
Who is
Brazil.
it, or-
Yeah, I'm okay at Brazil. If it's dry, I'll stand a good chance to do the same again tonight. Probably chance for a podium, so we shall see.
Any questions from you, Bundle? There.
No, nothing else. Only question I would have is for season 3, can I race with you? I want to race against you again.
It's been a long time, Michael.
It has. It'd
be nice.
But yeah, great race today.
Thank you, mate.
Great to watch.
Thank you.
Methodical, like most people, but Yeah, good race.
Just like congratulations on Camo, one hand on the title.
Don't jinx it
he
for
knows.
me.
Five
knows.
fingers. 5 fingers of 2 hands. Oh, well done, Ice.
Thank you.
Second place. Second place to Muddy Biscuit.
Yeah.
We'll get to you, Camo. We'll get to you.
First team has.
Yeah, very good result for you, Biscuit, and obviously Camo alluded to. A great one too for yourself and the team. But I believe with that you've still got a slim chance of the championship in terms of the drivers. So are you thinking at this point, or you're just thinking teams at the moment?
I think it was 30 points by 4 today, so it can be 37 with 2 races. I think unless Camo has 2 really poor results, I don't think it's really for me. So I'm aiming for second. I think Dan's result today, I think I could get him. But yeah, teams is definitely the aim now. I think it's our first double podium of the season, so definitely a great result for Team Haas.
Did you know the situation with VRC Dan? Not VRC Dan, Rakyak, because obviously Rakyak was ahead of you on the track. Obviously penalties dropped him down. Did you know the situation with him?
Yeah, I was keeping an eye out, and I sort of saw a few laps ago, sort of about 7 seconds, and I knew Eyes was catching me, so I was just gonna let him past. Didn't want to lose any time. Knew Eyes had the 3 seconds as well, so I felt if I didn't lose too much time, I was able to get Rakyak, and I did. So great result.
Yeah, so very good. What are your thoughts heading into Brazil? We got a little bit of rain in the last lap, if you hadn't noticed, and I said, is that an ominous sign for Brazil? So do you want some wet weather potentially in that track?
Yeah, it could be good to mix it up. Maybe now the championship's almost wrapped up for Camo. I think it could be good just to get a couple of exciting races for the last 2, sort of good for the viewers.
It's not wrapped up yet.
and
Don't jinx
exciting
me.
races.
Not done it yet. He's not done it yet. No.
Yeah. Pretty close anyway.
Oh, I know what the gap is, isn't it?
I think it's probably about 35
Yeah, we'll get
points.
to that. I think I'm adding it up in my head, so we'll get to it. Anyway, well done on your result, Matty Biscuit. Don't know how many podiums you've got this season, but there's quite a few. So, yeah, very good. Yeah, good luck in Brazil.
Thank you.
Back to you, Grunt. Take away with our race winner.
So, to the man, the pole taker, the race winner,
The myth, the legend.
Camo himself. How are you feeling, Camo?
Nervous for Brazil. don't like
get to
Brazil.
that. Get to that bit. Start with the quality.
Okay,
How?
I'm happy
when
with the
you-
result.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear.
There
Wally,
you go.
stuck it on pole. You were pretty much. I think you were fastest every
Every
time.
quality, yeah.
Every quali, yeah. So I bet you were buzzing going into Q3, weren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I invalidated my first Q3 run, and then I had to go around on worn tyres to go again. But as long as I knew I set a banker lap, I knew I could get a good time in. So I just had to make sure I got that banker lap in. But it was close. Rakyak kept with me in the race for a while.
He did, but took you on the line. He took you off the line, didn't he? Which you predicted yourself. You said he was going to do it.
would.
Did it?
Yeah.
But you stayed with him though, and you went for the undercut. Worked.
Yeah. No, I knew I had to gain a little bit somewhere.
And after that, you had a pretty lonely race, didn't you? You just took you on a Sunday drive.
Yeah, no, I didn't want. I was worried about penalties. I was one warning away from another one, which means Muddy was only about a couple of tenths away from getting the win. I think if I did get another one, but I managed to keep it. I just made sure I did not get that last warning.
Yeah.
Good race.
So the gap I've just worked out. So you are
41 points, I believe.
Holy.
Your camera be on 215. Dan didn't score. Neither did
you
Petronas.
look at the
Neither did
website.
Stygian.
website
Yeah, I'm
is
looking at the
a race
website.
behind, unfortunately.
Is it?
I have it's a race behind. I have the official results, and the
Oh.
gap is 37 points.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Never
I
mind.
don't know what
Yeah.
that means because I'm terrible at maths, but woo.
So should be interesting to
37
see.
in front with 50 available. I think it means if you get like a top 4, top 5, mathematically certain, I believe, no matter what the RC Dan does.
So it's
Basically
gonna be like
drive
this,
well,
and there's
it'll be
clock
all good.
moment.
Just drive.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out by next week anyway. So
Yeah.
before you race, you'll know.
Sweet, 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 sweet. It looked a good race from what I could see on the mini-map, though. I don't know what it was like on...
Yeah, definitely a lot of
properly, but
trains, a lot of.
There was a lot of battling going on behind.
And the
Definitely
midfield
was,
pack
definitely
was
was
just
very.
ridiculous.
It was very good racing. Very, very good racing. No, from what I caught on the cameras anyway, what we both saw, no maliciousness really. If he kind of elbows out a couple of times, but apart from that, nothing that we all automatically said, oh dear, from. So,
Yeah.
all right. Right, thank you. Yeah, very, very good race. Pleasure to watch. In F3 Grunt. Obviously, you made your debut last week. How you finding it so far? 2 weeks in now.
Nah, I'm joking. No, it is real fun, especially in F3. Still, it's always an exciting race. Forward to it every week.
Yes. So, and you've got two more to go, and potentially other races in the other tiers to go. So
Eventually,
we've still got
depends how much I work.
plenty of action. Plenty of action left. Yes, F3 will be back next week. Potentially championship confirmation in Brazil. We'll see.
Shut up, Rondo.
It's still not done yet. I know, it's still not done yet. I'm just saying
You're gonna jinx
potentially.
me.
Potentially. I mean, people already have. Come
Oh,
on.
you're not wrong, to
I
be
didn't
fair.
start that.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I didn't start that. But the penultimate race of the season for F3 will be next Thursday, where this exciting championship continues, and we'll see whether we'll see an end. Or does it go to Abu Dhabi? We'll find out that question next week. And that's it for America. That's it, all done, dusted. Thank you, Circuit of Americas. Very good races this week. And we will head to the very famous Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache for the Brazilian Grand Prix Sunday for F2. We'll kick things off at this very iconic, legendary track, which hasn't gone old at all. Any final words from you, Grant?
No, that's all good for me. Y'all later, folks.
Make sure you join us this Sunday for the Brazilian Grand Prix as we begin potentially crowning a few championships. Potentially, maybe. But we'll see which ones, if any, are crowned this week. So from myself, RSF from Brundle, Gonchastrophe in the comments box, and your top three, I's the best in the Toro Rosso, and a Haas 1-2 of Muddy Biscuit in second and Camo first. Driver of the day was I's the best. Also, as always, take care in this time. At the moment, we're nearly there, hopefully. But still, keep safe, etc. on all in this time, and we will see you next time.
Peace.